All right, good morning, everyone. Big seller Walmart stock. Huge liquidate remaining inventories. Okay. How do you get that info? How do you know that? Big seller of Walmart stock? How do you know there's a seller of Walmart stock? Look at the chart. Yeah, but my question is, how do you know there's a Walmart seller? Like, besides the chart, I mean, the chart doesn't, I don't think that necessarily tells you that, right? Hey, good morning, Frank. I mean, it certainly isn't a downtrend. I'll give you that. In a high time frame, it's definitely in a downtrend. Good morning, Frank. How are you doing, man? Awesome, man. Any plans for the weekend? Hit the beach. Okay, cool. Any specific beach you like? I'm not sure. I don't remember where you live. You live in Mexico? Cool. What part of Mexico? Mazatlan? You're lying. Don't lie, dude. My family's literally from there. Don't lie. That's funny if it's true. That's where I had my wedding. I had my wedding there 2 years ago. Has it been 2 years already? Shit. I think so. Been here 6 years? No way. Well, it's a beautiful place. It's growing a lot. Especially in the last like 5 to 6 years. You're from LA? Why'd you move to Mazatlan? You have family there, or this is breaking out? Love it there. I do too. It's really nice, man. Family? Okay, cool. Yeah, I might have family there too. I've been going there for like since I was a kid. I would go almost every other year or every year. I'd go for summer. There's a ton of volume, by the way, at Tradewrick here pre-market. It's a lot. Look at all this. Yesterday into the close, and then right before the open right here. See if this ends up being an open drive, because it just opened and just started going. Bunch of crypto names are green right now. Or a bunch of notifications. Okay. Well, it's breaking out. I'm just not gonna chase it here, but I'm gonna have to wait for a pullback of some sort. They're pushing. So what's the short play on Walmart? Are we looking? You said the first hour? Someone said it goes 498. You said short the first hour. Massive chance to be short. Well, right now you still have time. I mean, you might be getting a good entry. It's popping. It's up third. Looks like it's trying to come back to the prior day high from a few days ago. Might be an opportunity if you're going to be short, that it's giving you better prices. But right now it don't look bearish. At least not yet. We'll give it. You said the first hour, so maybe wait for it to dip down, show weakness. But I just spiked again. My question is, like, how do you know there's a big seller? Like, the chart doesn't necessarily say that. The chart can do a variety of reasons. It can dip down on a downtrend like that, but having one massive seller is not the reason. CVD, the cumulative delta, but what's the trailing cumulative delta? Is it you have it for like a few weeks? Because the downtrend looks like it started a few days ago or a few weeks ago. Good morning, Fung Fung. See a lot of failed overnight moves. Yeah. I mean, it's just like a tight compression so far overnight. This is one of the tightest ranges we've had overnight this week. You look at this, it's compressed. The compression filter is on, and we're balanced. Here's the compression here. Compression indicator, expanded overnight range, choose signal true overextension, bounce quality. Where's the compression metrics? I don't have the definition for compression, dang it. I gotta write that down on there. And Q's taking a little bit of a pooper here. Let's see what they do when they come back into this area here. Copy. Ideally want to see it test the value low and see what it does here on the dip. I'm dipping to on the S&P. Nice. Below. Hmm. This guy's annoying. What a fucking prick. What a fucking asshole. Alright, sorry. Text message. Third time testing? I mean, I think so. I think we're prone for a breakout more than another rejection. But I mean, I don't think they're gonna make it as simple as like the simple probe. Let's see. So these are the real value. Oh, let's call 561. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I think that definitely could be this time around. We've been in this range for some time. The only thing I would know for sure is depending on how long we hold here. I think time is going to give us more than anything. Because most times when we trade it up here, we don't end the day up here. So I think maybe we'll know by end of day if we don't break out today. It's really hard, man. This area has been a giant brick wall for a little while, you know? So quizás means perhaps in Espanol. I'd like to see, like, if it is, I'd like to see a strong push above the overnight high and hold. So, for now, I'll keep it chill. Two days rejecting quarterly daily candles. I think it's good. Oh, that burned. I think that it's a good idea to look at that quarterly and look for scalps back into the value, but I wouldn't look for a higher time frame trade there. At least not this time around. If somebody struggles at trading, it's better to trade soccer or Thai. Really? How do you trade that? It's coming back. I'm not gonna lie. Today I'm hesitant to get any longs in. I'm bullish, but I'm very hesitant. I'm not gonna be taking any entries yet. I'm probably gonna wait for the IB or something. Like for me to want to initiate fresh positioning at the highs here, like you're saying, Fung at the quarterly highs. This is like, I'm looking for a breakout trade essentially, and that's not really my forte. I'm not really a breakout trader. So for me, I'm gonna need for price to come in somewhere structural. That for me is going to be either going to be the full session VWAP or the overnight low, something like that. Better to enjoy life, to be honest, if trading does not work. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, like, I guess I don't know what to say about that. I agree with to enjoy life. As far as trading goes, it's just a hard thing. Like poly market, I mean, how inefficient is poly market that you can find a spread there that might work? Or I guess, I mean, I know there's poly market, but my question is, how do you trade soccer matches or tennis? Like, you're saying you can bet on which team is going to win? Open auction, okay. Dang. Market said short. Okay. Two-sided rotation, the fade. Okay, well, we'll see if this ends up being true. The structural bias from the journal says short. I don't know. I'm not really. If it wants to do that, the journal says today could be a balance session, pretty much. Fade the extremes. We'll see. I 100% agree with that. There we go. Overall in EV, yeah, expected value perspective, 100% true. That is, I heard other commenting to put, yes, that is 100% true. Even if it's parallel to trading, I think you're better off doing that, or maybe simultaneously, because that is more rewarding from an EV perspective. And even personal perspective too, like from a personal development or reward perspective, because trading is not always very fulfilling or rewarding. It's kind of soulless sometimes. So yeah, having something that's tangible or a business you're creating either in parallel or outside of trading definitely is probably a better return on EV. That is a great insight there. I agree. So if there's some weakness you trade, I mean, I feel like there's people who definitely should be maybe or can be exploiting their experience in sports in poly market. I don't watch any sports, so I have no clue. I don't have any experience, or I don't watch sports at all. So I think there's people out there who are true fanatics who may benefit from such things. I don't know if they have the trading mindset to be able to do it well, because I feel like it can be strategic from a risk management standpoint. Because I think poly market's pretty liquid. You can buy and sell a yes or no trade at any point. That's talent, I guess. My friend made a lot betting gaming tournaments. No way. Yeah, some people are good for it because they watch a lot of sports. So they can kind of anticipate, you know, what's possible or not. I don't know anyone personally that does bet, but if they have a if they're good at it, I don't see why not. I personally can't. I don't watch sports. Goldman Sachs just banned their traders trading poly market. Not sure if that affects the liquidity or not. No way. 604 one ball limit with one big player. 604. I see the map here shows yeah, quite a few lots there. Spoof again? I mean, I feel like they've been doing that since yesterday, huh? Says here, two-sided rotation, fade is trade. Fade the overnight extremes back to VWAP. VWAP's pretty far away, I mean. Wide swings, 58% stay in prior range. Fade with a stop, respect breakouts. Well, we're currently in a breakout, so. This is what my journal says right now, based on the open today. I don't know. I'm not sure if I align with it too well. This is certainly a breakout. I wouldn't want to be short personally. I mean, maybe if they fail the overnight high and hold below the RTH VWAP, certainly you can see a short from that failure. Because there's stacked levels here. This is something that is, I do like on the fact that it's that there's structural levels here. You got a prior day high VWAP, fade below, and you can come back to VWAP. Like what is that? A 10-point move. Not nothing crazy. Nothing exciting just per se. 10 points, but it looks like the setup potential if it comes down to this little cluster. We'll see. I'll try that one. I mean, let's see, where's my... We'll do a half size trade. We'll not even do full size. 200. 7604. 759. I just say 93. 3 lots. Okay. Oh, wait. Not the entry. Sorry. 7593. 7604. 3 lots, yeah. Entry, yeah, it's a short trade, okay. 3 lots. We'll see. Yeah, we'll see if that sets up, because there's the first derivation is right there on the RTH VWAP. There's the prior day high, so it'd be a failed breakout of a few different levels or zones. But right now, it certainly just looks like a breakout. NQ's about to hit the overnight high, if not already. See, these are the days where if you swung along from, say, yesterday, all you did was nothing. You just sit here and watch this thing trend. So, given that, I'm like, this is why I'm not really interested in trying to do anything. Because this is a scenario where price higher time frame is breaking out or trying to. This is right. We're looking at this high right here. From here, this is a massive area. They're trying to break out again. And there's no reason to short just yet. If you're going to, wait for it to show that if it's going to fail, if it is. And if you're long, I personally don't like long at the neckline of the breakout. The long spot was yesterday from here. And holding a runner from here is pretty much what they're meant for, right? When you're about right here. Holding a small position that's the original cost basis is from the original move is what ideally I would like to have, and I don't have that, so I don't really want to be initiating longs, fresh money longs here, especially not with size. Ain't nothing but a brand name. Check out. From the 412 up to the 310. Alright, so we have a little site I'm making. I haven't finished it. I had a lot of work to do, but we're going to be making a site that compares trading software. Trading software comparison. Links there are attached. You guys want to check it out. Let's see if this breaks, fails a breakout. Here we go. So the journal says fade. Again, I'm not really a fan. Structurally, it makes sense if we can hold below certain levels, but small size trade if it does. And I like it below the overnight high area. Yeah, no, no. No, might not even take that. It just looks like a breakout to me. Yeah. Well, the CBD lied, my friend. It's up 3/4, 0.5% within almost the first 30 minutes. I think this ripped. Look at this. Still ripping. It's up almost 8.86, almost 1%. For Wally World. CVD as in Delta? I'm gonna assume so. I think so. When he said CVD, I don't know what else. It usually stands for cumulative delta, right? But I don't know. $30 minutes will be now. Great short setup right now. Okay. What are you targeting? Like how far? Where are we looking for? For the short setup, you said 30 minutes. Let's see. Right now, yeah, you're right. It's fading now. About 0.2 down after wicking high. What are you looking for? It to go red or? CBD, yeah, I mean, I've had CBD up on my footprints. I personally felt like it was more noise than anything for me, so I just took it off. This was a while back. I'm sure there's context that it helps with, but for me, CBD, I at least as it relates to the S&P, I never tried it on stocks or anything else. I just tried it on the S&P, and personally, I felt like it was more noise than anything. But again, it's just my experience with one asset only. I didn't try it over anything else. A small sample. Yo, I can't even work on something else right now. It's just my Claude doesn't open. Look at this. Another program is using your file. That means I have to reset my computer to freaking open Claude. Does that ever happen to anyone? 110.4. All right, $3 down. Yeah, into yesterday's lows, somewhere around there. Okay, cool. It's a pretty big move for Walmart. I think that's like a 1% drop, a little over. Will you wake up, lost in translation? No trades for me today yet. Just while you're watching this, probably gonna wait till post IB. PC problem. What's up, Diego? PC problem? Is that never happened on a Mac OS? I'm sorry. That's embarrassing. Why do I have a PC? I gotta reset my computer, I think, because this happened before, I think a few weeks ago. And you know what happened? This was the most frustrating part of it all. I had done a bunch of changes to my Sierra chart layout, and I didn't save because the Sierra doesn't auto save because it lives like pre-95 computers. Never. You've never had a PC? Oh man. So it's I closed my Sierra. I closed everything, and all the changes I had made to my Sierra, because I have 4 instances open on Sierra. All of them needed to be modified back to where they were. It took me a couple hours just to get them back to where they were. Huge mistake. I'm getting a call from Chicago. Is that you, Diego? I got a call. That's so random. There's actually a bid waiting at VWAP. Look at that. There's that blue horizontal bar. Imagine, that'd be funny. Oh shoot, I would be so confused. I got a call. I don't know. It's weird. I got a call from Chicago. I don't really get calls from there. I get a bunch of spam calls, but on that, checking in on you. Yeah, man. Thanks for checking in. How you doing? No, that Chicago number's calling again. Let's answer it. Hello? Oh man, you know what? I'm gonna have to call you back, brother. Thanks for calling me, but it's currently New York open right now. Can I call you back in an hour? Cool, thanks. Bye bye. Oh, it's actually it's a broker from Chicago. It's what the fuck? It's actually a broker, a representative from EdgeClear, it's actually a broker for futures trading. Holy shit. The AMP futures guy, it's the EdgeClear guy. So it's from EdgeClear. They're both, I guess, out of Chicago. I thought only AMP was from Chicago. So it's a futures broker. I did not expect that. Hey Siri, remind me to call EdgeClear in an hour. So I guess I'll call him back in a few. Close enough? Yeah, pretty much. That was so random, dude. I did not expect that. I'm like, why is it calling me twice? That's so weird. Usually they call once and that's it. They leave a voicemail. He called twice. I was expecting like, hey, it's Diego. What's up? You get the AMP futures call all the time? No way. Those sales guys, man, they're trying to get in the commission. Yeah, we funded 10 accounts today. They'll probably be blown by the end of the week. We'll call them again in 2. Oh, shoot. You need better contract rates? I'll tell them what I need to. Yeah. We'll see what we can do. That's just so random. I always think it's so trippy when I answer the phone, they know my name. I'm like, who the fuck are you? Like, how do you know my name? What the hell? Who sent you? Walmart is a little higher now. Did you short yet? It's a little higher. But it's only 30 minutes in, so. A lot of volume here consolidated in this little area between 600 to 603. Pretty slow tape too. All right. NQ is trying to break out too above the overnight low, and it's below the party high. Might be a good short, man. Like it said on the journal, it might be a good just fade the edges, maybe retest VWAP, something like that. I'll try it small here, dude. But that'll be my only trade for now. I'm not really gonna want to push too much, and it's gonna be a tight trade, to be honest. I don't really want to fucking risk this. I'm just gonna say what the journal is calling for, and it's a test of VWAP. Here it is. VWAP's at 89 down there. It's not too far off, but we'll add to the trade if it gets weaker, because my risk is only 139. I was trying to risk, what was it, 200, 250? What do we have? 200. So I can add a couple lots, probably. I could probably add another lot. We'll add one more if anything, and that's it. I'm only trying to risk like not even half size. This is less than that. But the journal says short. Today is an open auction according to what the opening prints show so far. We'll see if it's true or not. I don't know. Again, if it starts to hold below that party high area, we'll open it. We'll add a couple, or just one lot, and that's it. My hit rate on shorts is downright terrible, so just know that. Know this. My hit rate on shorts just sucks. I don't know how to take a short to save my life. So we're below RTH VWAP. That's a start. Not really holding below it, just barely pierced. Oh my, they faded it. They faked out right here. Pro below, hold. Oh my. It's funny, this is the thickest, I mean, the past few sessions have been the thickest I've seen the heat map here with resting orders above and below. There's one below at right near VWAP, and there's some right above the highs. I haven't seen that in a while. I'm on need. Yo, dude, I can't even use Claude right now. I'm so bored. Holy cow. And I saw it when I came this morning. I was not about to reset my computer and then turn everything back on. Yeah, I don't disagree. I don't disagree with you, Jim. I think it's a better option for sure, 100%. Wait for the lower edge. 100% agree. I think that's a good idea. because then you'd be following the trend too. I might do that. Yeah, you're not wrong. I might consider that here. We'll give it some time and see what it does. But I don't disagree. Since your short hit rate is crap, it's probably, yeah. So yeah, I don't disagree. I might do that, Jim. I'm gonna give it a minute here. So if it doesn't break, if this low doesn't crack, then yeah, I'll close it out and just wait. This little low right here, that doesn't crack, then we'll definitely consider just flattening it out. Jeez, I want to take a pee. You should come with daddy's uncle. I think for index futures, longs should be more frequent than shorts, and shorts could be as sharp and clear. So yeah, let's dissect that right there. That's a great comment, honestly, and I think it's a good statistical and reference point for anybody listening. Why should we only, for index futures, should be more frequently long than anything? Wait for another watching you. Trying to keep you on your narrow. Yeah, we'll flatten out right here. It's fine. I hear at 33, what is that? $37? That's fine. I flattened it out. I don't disagree with Jim. I thought it was going to go a little sooner than what it is, and if it fades down, that's fine. I don't regret what I'm doing, but it didn't fade below RTHP what I'm holding right now. So let's talk about that. Fung, like that's a good talking point, honestly. Oh, look at that. My journal said, look, let me see, does it show it? It should. What? It doesn't show it? Oh. I shortened it. Oh, shoot. Let me open that up. There's my journal giving me a banner. Look, it says, heads up. One loss in a row. The next one hits your limit. That's not true. Well, don't lie to me. Don't lie. There's no limit that's gonna hit. Don't lie. Anyway, let me see if I can shrink it down so you can read it. Can't see it. Darn it. Darn it. Alright, we'll try to load at least the open auction stuff. I don't know how to do it so it stays. There we go, it's close enough, I guess. The Dow's breaking down. So we might fade, man. This might work. The Dow's breaking down, couldn't hold above VWAP. NQ failed the overnight high. We're coming down just a little bit here with some momentum. We actually might spike down. There we go. The Dow just about to pierce the overnight low. Oh, yo, Wally World is higher. Wally World's at 1.1%. It literally did an open run. What a savage thing. All right, so just to start on a comment while I wait for this. Here it is. Look, Mr. Fung said, I think for index futures, longs should be much more frequent than shorts. Shorts could be sharp and clear. I agree 1000%. Why? Because the index Still, even if this trade works, overall, you know. Oh, I don't really mind if it works out or not. Especially if OI. Yeah, that's okay with me. Like, I don't mind. If I closed the trade, it was on my terms, right? I mean, you gave me some good insight, but it was on the term. I accepted the outcome, in other words. I accepted the fact that I likely was going to, it had a chance of being in the money and working out, but I'm okay with that outcome. But what I was saying about the index futures long, that Fung commented on, is that statistically over time, I mean, the data supports this, but the asset goes higher. The index that we are trading here today, over the course of history, which you can go back just even 2 years, you can go back 10 or 20, it doesn't matter the time frame, the index has historically gone higher. It's gone up and to the right. Right? The index, the S&P, has gone up and to the right. Historically, over many years. SPY chart, historical. Check it out. If we go here, here's the Zoom Max. Go crazy. Look at this. You look at this chart, his comment that he said, Mr. Fung, is 100% true, because look at this. Let's move this out of here. Look at what he said. He said, I think for the index, long should be much more frequent. Statistically, 100% true. Just look at the chart. If you are long more often than you're short, this massive tailwind is in your favor. All right, this you have this whole fucking tailwind in your favor if you're just long more often than you're short. 1000%. What the fuck? So, you know, he's not wrong. I think that's the simplest thing we can do as traders, is have that higher time frame, the higher time frame tailwind at our backs anytime we're trying to trade. If you do that one thing more often than not, you're gonna definitely win. Especially during the overnight session. Yeah, the stats for that, for the overnight session, have been proven that buying the close, selling the open, statistically always opens higher. More than 50% of the time. I don't know the exact stat. It was an edge where it was like over 57%. It was a slight edge. So I agree. Was the plunge protection a real thing? I mean, I don't know. That is open for people's interpretation, but I think so. For commodities like oil, that isn't true. No. For indexes, at least specifically to the S&P and maybe some to, I mean, obviously the Nasdaq. But commodities, no. Those assets are not meant to be. Commodities are not meant to be trending, right? They're meant to be controlled and contained. Same thing with currency pairs. So that logic doesn't apply to all assets. It applies to the S&P in this scenario. It doesn't apply to others. That is another little layer that you added that's great. Yeah, the mechanism of economics, global capital sum expands. Yep, the money supply expands, and along with QE, as long as the money supply expands, it creates inflation, which then in turn assets appreciate in value. So it's like it's a circle. It's a flywheel, right? So like you have this huge circle. It's like the money supply increases, therefore causes inflation, therefore causes asset prices to go up, and so on and so forth, right? So it's just like a circle, a repeating circle. So yes, I agree. Mm-mm. 10 more minutes to the IB sets. I call it, yeah. They're correlated for sure. NQ failed the overnight high. It's coming down to VWAP. The Dow is bouncing, so they're inverted there. But I think this is definitely some downside pressure hitting the S&P. All right, here comes the VWAP. It's about to test. All right, the YM is now really it's aligning with the trend now. So if the YM continues to bounce and hold over VWAP and the NQ can just correct a little bit to the upside, this definitely can break out this time around. So I'm open to trying a long here. Let's see, where would I put my stop here? It would have to be, that's the tough part. Current month value high is where? $87. I'll let it tap into 87 first before we try a long. It comes down into it. I don't really want to be long this high up, but it's probably, I'll take it small sized if it does a true meaningful breakout. The Dow is now in a good spot, in other words, because the Dow was earlier when we were at 604. The Dow was doing this. Now it's inverted, put in a failed breakdown of the overnight low, and is holding above the VWAP. So that structure to me tells me it wants to go. Look at Walmart. Oh my god, 1.32, and it keeps going. So I think it's ready for that reversal. Oh, there's NQ too. Oh my. Man, I might not get a good trade location today. It was 600 and then 7.5. Ugh, I hate this. 8.5, 2 lots. Yeah. Let's see, 350, 4 lots. Yeah. Difficult one today. Oh, 100%. Like, this location isn't ideal at all. This trade location is ugly. Yeah, the tape is also very slow. It's kind of choppy. I guess the open auction is not wrong. The filter that the journal gave me, it's about right. It's kind of choppy. NQ reversed a little bit. I don't know. How for breakout traders? Yeah. It really is, honestly. The way I gotta think about this for a trade right now, it's a very defensive long. What that means is, like, I want to be able to get in a support level and then be able to scale at a midpoint or pivot and then hold the rest of the position, a small size of that position, to see if it breaks out to the end of the day. That's my frame of mind trading right now at this location, right? Because higher time frame, it's not ideal for fresh money longs to be buying here. So the way I'm framing this is, like, where's a good area to take a long and then scale at a pivot zone. Right now, the pivot zone of mind is the RTH VWAP. So I'm looking for a long somewhere near this area that I can scale at the RTH VWAP to reduce risk on a reversal, so pro reversal, scale, and then see if the rest of the position, I'll let it manage and break out if it wants to. Right, that's my frame of thinking right now as I'm waiting for this to set up, if it's going to. I know I didn't catch it. I didn't see that single print, but I have one down below at 7566. So we'll see. One of the biggest things for an open auction is the amount of volume. Volume is balanced, so yeah. This should be your motivation. It gets above RTH VWAP. I'll go for it. Target the IB high and go from there. Stop will be below VWAP at 88. I'll try that. That will probably be the only one. I'm not really a fan, bro. Damn. We're holding PDH, so showing signs of trend. Just the volume is anemic. No real strong push. Nothing. Big green for me. Up 75. Well, that's awesome here, brother. I'm gonna try it here. And then 80. What was it? 88? Yeah, 80. A little higher. 84 is good. And then we're looking for IB high. So we're going into the IB right now. 2, 3. And 1. Right here. 1. There, conservative trade. Very conservative trade, honestly. We're targeting the IB high. And we're holding the priority high again. We didn't quite break the priority high. We defended. Came back into the RTH VWAP. We're about to hit into the IB high. I'm sorry, the IB is about to be set in like 1 minute or 2, give or take. And so we'll target the IB high on that one and see if that hits or not. NQ tagged the VWAP, reversed, and the Dow hit overnight low and reversed. So I think that's what they were waiting for, is the NQ and the Dow to revisit structural levels. The shallow pullback on the S&P, it was only to the priority high. Quarterly level of 90 is somehow holding. That's a pretty big indication, if it's holding into the initial balance, that we could be breaking out of the quarterly value area. But we'll see. We will see. I'm playing it conservative and then just kind of going from there, man. Price does not break out. I don't disagree. And then also the volume isn't really supporting what you would normally see in a breakout. Brother, how can I use the software on my phone though? Is it available on TradingView? What software? What software are you asking about? Oh no, they're coming back to my entry. Oh no, I think I got trapped. Oh no, we're rolling over. Yeah, we'll see. My stop is just below VWAP, 84 3/4. We'll see if that holds. The flow thing? Oh, the DOM? No, that's not. That's only on computers, man. Only on Windows. Yeah, most of the features, if not all of them that you see on my screen, you're gonna need a computer, like a PC, or you're gonna need to be trading on a PC or a laptop. They're not available on phones, at least not that I'm aware of. I think Tradewrick has one, but the thing is, like, using this kind of software on a phone is just not. It's not gonna be feasible. It's not gonna work out very well, to be honest. Oh, look at that! Motive Wave has on your phone. There we go. See. Good ad there. I think Tradewrick does too, technically. I don't know to what extent Tradewrick has the same info, but there's a DOM on there. The hell? Oh, give me a sec. All right, cool. I had to take a call. You need either Rhythmic or DX feed. Which one you prefer? The one you're using? Order flow footprints? If you prefer DOM, then how should I set it up on my laptop? Well, that's a great question. It's gonna depend. Look, man, as far as recommendation, I don't like to give generic recommendations. I rather give more of a tailored response. It's only respectful that I do that. Oh shoot. Oh shoot. Oh shoot. What the fuck? Oh, not the headline. Not the headline risk. Oh my. All right, well, whatever. That's a good volatility print. So I guess I would ask you a few questions, like what are you what kind of trading do you do? Like what do you trade, or how do you trade? And that for me is going to probably be able to give you a better answer. This is fucking getting wrecked. I don't even know the headline. I don't have it. Yeah, that was a big move. Well, I'm glad I got filled and I didn't get wrecked on some dumb shit. Overnight low failed breakdown here if it sets up. I like it. Dang, oh my god, fuck me. Did I really? Fuck me. I should not have market ordered. That was the dumbest shit ever. I don't even know where my fill's at. The DOM is showing something different. What the fuck? So Sierra says I'm long at 72. The DOM is, I think the DOM is delayed. The DOM is definitely delayed. So don't even look at Jigsaw right now if you're looking at it. Jigsaw is delayed. Sierra chart's the real one. I'm taking along here on the failed breakdown of the overnight low. Okay, that's the trade right now, and we're gonna be targeting VWAP, a little bit of push. The DOM is, I'm gonna just completely eliminate it right now and change it because it's gonna confuse people. Because right now I'm about to hit profit right now. I'm about to hit the target right now at there you go, took profit. So the DOM is wrong. I'm gonna just eliminate the PNL on that one. Just look at my Sierra chart because that one's the true one right now. I got long on the failed breakdown of the overnight low here. See if it holds, and I'll try to scale some more here right into VWAP. So there you go. Crazy dip, but I bought it as soon as it came through. Let's see if it fills me more at 84s, give or take, or if this is a true true breakdown. I think it's a failed breakdown of overnight low for now, at least. Once things settle down on the DOM, I'll put the Jigsaw one back up. The dip reclaims the weekly. No way. Well, look at that. I scaled half the position already here at the 80s. We had another one to set here at 86s. I don't know what that volatility was for. I have a headline from a Trump tweet, but it doesn't look like it's negative. The Trump tweet, it's positive. I don't even know what that was about. At least the way I interpret it, it says Iran has asked us to continue talks. We have agreed to do so, but United States has stated to them under certain terms that the ceasefire is over. Ah, that's what it is. So it was a ceasefire over declaration from Trump, but there continue talks, quote unquote. So that's what that was about. 82. So there's still a spread between what Jigsaw showing and what Sierra showing. So with that spread in mind, I'm not really going to show what's happening because on Jigsaw, because it's confusing. Learned liquidity fell kind of see some things go. Learn liquidity, FPG, OB. I don't know what any of those are. So yeah, that's ICT culture. I mean, I think that there is in that instance, it just depends. Like, how often do you trade? I guess the follow-up question is like, how often do you trade? What I got another trade profit there, down to 2 lots. Without, dude, the quick thinking on that right there, I gotta give it to myself. As soon as I saw the overnight low fade, I started buying. My man, that was a quick reaction on my end. If anyone caught that, I tried to say it as soon as possible when I bought a total of 8 lots right there on that failed breakdown. As soon as I saw the ripper and it started reclaiming overnight low, I was like, I know what to do. I know what to do here. It's not my first rodeo. Anyway, let's open up the P&L on this one. Rebranded names for excess supply and demand. Yeah, failed breakdowns. So, I mean, honestly, it just depends. I guess the other question I would ask is, like, how frequently do you trade where it's going to make sense, the platform costs? Like, are you on your computer a lot? Like, are you using it every day? Because I think the use case also is important. You shorted 03 down to 71? My man. As long as the shorts got paid today so far. Yeah. We're long here, and they're reclaiming freaking VWAP. Man. What an entry. I didn't get the bottom. No, not even close. But I feel like I got a great fucking entry for the setup. My drawdown was very minimal if you look at it. Look at the Renko bars. My drawdown was literally non-existent. Look at this. I got long right here, and it's immediately it went up. Overnight low failed breakdown. Always keep that one in the back pocket just in case. Especially on a volatility event like this. Just keep it in your back pocket, you know? Just go kind of like your wallet. Let's see. Watch this live and dude, we weren't at the lows for like 5 seconds. You'd have to be a la bar or have a limit order to catch that. Yeah, 100%. For that low specifically below 70s, yeah. 100%. It was a very quick wick. I'm surprised the Renko didn't show any gaps in price. Sometimes it does that. It'll show like a gap down if it's really fast. Yeah, thanks, Fung. Let's go. Other questions. The reason we're doing it is so it has ADA accessibility in case someone in a wheelchair needs to use it. Good trade rate. Thanks, man. All right, I'm just gonna scale here and just hold a runner. I don't. It's Friday. Where this can turn 2 ways. I can see this failing going lower, or I can see this holding going higher. I really don't have conviction either way right now. I would need to see price hold a lot more before I can see what that is. What I can say is that they tested the zone of interest on the newsletter, which was the 60s, the prior month value high through 70 area, and they held. It just happened so fast. So maybe this was the volatility the market needed to test those areas to get us set up for the next leg. I don't know. But yeah. The journal said, again, it said short, and it also said to just take profits into VWAP today because it's an open auction. So with that in mind as well, that's what I'm doing, you know, taking profits near VWAP and just kind of chilling out on expectations for the session. Took a long on the failed breakdown of the overnight low. Took me a few to get long, but scaled here near VWAP. I was stopped out earlier on a long at the prior day high area. They triggered the plan for the retest of the 75, 75, 75, 65 zone. Shorting is a bit tempting here. It looks like it can do a reversion lower into like the value low, a value high at 70s, and then go from there. You know, like I can see this fading all the way down back to 70s again. I won't be fading any of this, just so we're clear. I just see the setup, but I don't necessarily mean they'll take it. Now I have a bone to pick with Jim. Where you at, Jim? See what happened? I would have caught that move if it wasn't for you, Jim. I'm just kidding. I wouldn't have caught it. Like take profit was literally at VWAP. I would not have caught that move. I would have missed it because my take profit was at 90 on that short earlier. Yeah. LOL. Oh man. Hey, hey, yeah. Am I singing, guys? Gotta love it. So far, I'm gonna say after post IB, the action after the open has been chopped. Never developed direction. It's still chopped. I guess we'll see what happens after, but I guess the bias, they said low confidence short bias for today on the journal. So even then, even if it was a short, like the bias wasn't very strong. Dang, they're reclaiming the PDH, bro. They're gonna rip her. Oh my. Talk to me no kind of way. Well, that was a good entry right there. Okay, let's put that title there for later. Wait a minute, what the hell? I just saw the analytics. It says 2 likes? That can't be right. There's no way. There's no way you guys haven't liked the video. I don't like to be that little hoe who says, hey, like the video. But I'll be that little hoe right now. But how you guys not like the video yet? Have I not entertained anyone? Like. No, don't type it. Hit the button. I'm just kidding. Alright, thanks, John. Let's see here. Did you catch the short spike or long spike? Long, short. Just curious. Neither. Just chilling. Neither, just chill. Let's go. I like it. I like it. It's good, man. It was a nasty spike, bro. We haven't had a volatility spike on news like that in some time. At least one that wicks like this. Like it probes and then wicks back up. Usually the few we had been continuations. Sell off like that other night where it broke the... We broke down, I think it was this day. This one? Was it? No, this one. Right here. We had a news headline that actually dipped and then most of the day was spent trying to recover. So well, that's a good theme you just caught there. I agree. The volatility for the summer has been injection down and then a slow grind back up. Yep. I mean, yeah, you just look at all these structures. These are all higher time frame, right? So the higher time frame supports what you're saying. Look at this. Check it out. You have one injection down, one injection down, one injection down, and then just the rest of the time it just grinds higher, higher, injection down, grind higher, grind higher, grind higher. Grind higher, and then this is a slow trend down, this little piece I'm surprised by. Another injection down, grind higher, grind higher, grind higher, injection down, and probably grind higher. But yeah, the theme's been spot on what you're saying. It's like since the beginning of June, really, or middle of June, we've had that injection. Since the rollover period, essentially. Ever since the roll happened for the futures contracts, we've had injections down. This is the only downtrend we had to sustain, and then we had to grind up. Sell down, grind, 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 sell down, grind, 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 sell down, grind, 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 sell down, grind, 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 grind. I agree. I think the longest period for a short so far has been 4 hours. These are all 4-hour candles, so average I would say like 4 to 6 hours maybe is the max that they sell it, and the rest of the time is just spent chopping to grinding up. Just chilling. Look at that. Rippy, rippy. We'll see if it holds or not, man. Oh. Ah, man. I keep forgetting. Seeing Delta flip there. They're pushing. What's that alert for? Oh, the IB. Yeah. 89, 87, the flip? You mean like positive? I'm blanking on a million. That's a good spot for it to flip positive. It's a reclaim, right? It's above the current month value or high. This 87 area, which is structurally a higher time frame, very important. It's a current month value or high area. If it's flipping there, it's probably indicating it wants to go higher. But we'll see if it holds. I'm not gonna press on positioning. I'm just gonna hold what I have because my journal statistically is telling me that the highest quality trade is to just fade the edges today, and revert into VWAP for trades. So that's what I did, more or less, based on the scales I did earlier. And I'm gonna hold a runner and see if it goes higher. As much as I want to add to this trade, I don't want to go against what my journal's telling me to do, because it hasn't failed me yet, at least on average. And then again, statistics are based on averages, not really on every single instance, but rather multiple instances over a period of time. So I'm going to respect this instance even if it means missing out on another leg higher. Where's the put wall today? The put wall's all the way at 7503. That's crazy. The heck? Yeah, the other put walls have 7536. Jeez, they're far away today. According to my approach, we traded the average high and low on both MES and MNQ. So unless you're already in trade right now from either of those playing for a possible runner, the range has played just shit to keep you out of job. That indicator again is this one here. Let's pull it up here, because we'll see if anyone can get any value from this indicator that you're sharing on TradingView. Or is it a direct? Here we go. So there's this indicator. We'll post it here in case anyone wants to see what he's talking about. He created his own indicator for expected moves and ranges. Let's see here. Now my trading view is delayed, so keep that in mind when looking at mine. The price action is delayed because I don't have a trading view. The gentleman earlier that asked me about which platform, I don't know if you left, but you know, we can discuss it now. I think we kind of stopped short of it. So the expected range was here, the green box, I assume, right here. Somewhere up here. Right here, and this is the low side. Or what is it? Yeah, correct. Okay. So the low side's 80s. Let me see the actual price. So from about 86 below is the low side, and then from 63 and above is the high side. That's hourly. Okay, the first one. Gotcha. So the expected range based on his indicator is like 603 and 86 pretty much are the high and low. You need to give other colors too. Yeah, I would need to modify this, right? The colors. So yeah, so pretty much you're saying the expected range is already in play. The max range. 03 to 62. Oh, 62. Oh, got it. I'm sorry. Okay. Yeah, you pretty much tapped right into it. So it's a pretty good indicator right there. All right, I'm gonna close this one out here. Close it there. 92. I don't trust any of this. All that to just be green 155 because of the loss, that little loss that I took earlier from that sell down. But again, not trying to shit. Not trying to shit. No problem, man. Ain't no worry, nothing. Cool. I closed it out right there. See what happens. NQ's coming back down. Pretty interesting. The statistics is yours. Where can I find? Which ones are you talking about? So I have stats that I have in my own personal stats that I use for other things. But if you're talking about the trading view indicator, did I not post it on there? It's on the chat. And that's not my indicator. It's Toxie-Woxie's indicator that uses probability levels based on standard deviations on different time frames. Back below 86. I closed the trade already. See what happens. But We're forming a P profile again on the profile. Look at this. Another P profile up here so far. We'll see how this develops over the course of the day. Excuse me. No, the statistics you said before. Which ones did I say before? So I talk a lot. I don't even know what I said about the short for today. I mean the one, if you're asking about like the statistics about like my probability on shorts, or are you talking about the shorts in terms of like the general trend of shorting indexes? I feel Walmart stock topped out now. All longs will dry out by the end of the day. Okay, cool, man. Well, it's still trending, but yeah, I mean, you could be right. I don't know, man. I don't really keep track of Walmart, but from what I can see, it's currently in a pretty strong opening pop. Yeah, I don't know. Well, as long as you're keeping an eye as your trade. I mean, I don't know. I've referenced it a few times just because you brought it up, but we'll see. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Just doesn't matter. So yeah, his indicator is based on Mr. Nicolas. His indicator is based on 10 years of ES and NQ data using net percent change where price reverted and stalled historically. You can do a lot with just looking at past price action and calculating probabilities. In the right corner of the live screen morning gap. Oh, this right here. This one, I'm sorry. This box, I'm sorry. Well, that's a good question. This is based on, yeah, this is based on structural opens and on the gamma and opening where prices open in the overnight auction. So it's based on a few different parameters. It filters through a few different things. It filters what the overnight inventory was, what the gamma context is right now, the VIX, where it's located, the open to relative to the standard deviations, and then yeah, based on that, on these 4 principles, it gives me a structural bias for the day. I'm sorry, there's 5 principles. It's those 4, and then the final one is the structural open auction, open test drive, open auction and range, gap up, gap down. Based on those 5 components, it'll give me a structural bias. So based on those 5 components, all of them come together and it gives me like a structurally what's probable, and then also based on that probability, where your targets should be for that given day, your expectations. It gives me a time window to enter a trade. It says no trades before the IB is before the IB is set. Both sides are active, trapping earlier movers. Wait for the IB to set, which identify which side breaks. Only trade confirm continuations. So it tells me that, and it tells me how to identify that's an open auction. Price crossed 2 times in the first 30 minutes, the opening print. No bar sustains more than 8 to 10 points from the open, meaning above or below, and volume is balanced, below average. So it's 5 different instances or 5 data points that give me the structure. The journals kind of lines it up for me. And then from below that, there's my active setups that it'll tell me to look for to trade based on those 5 components. It says the overnight low failed breakdown, which is the one I took. It also told me about these don't work. The ones that are not gap up didn't work. Gap up reversion. Well, I mean, I guess I could have used scalped it, but I did not like that. But yeah. So the journal gives me all this info. If you guys are, if you want to learn about it, just try edgelog.com. It's gonna be on there. I'll eventually release it to as a beta for people to try. It's tryedgelog.com, right? Let me see. Yeah, tryedgelog. Yep. You can go through it, kind of figure it out if you want to look at it. And then there's another site. Jealous of this one, made in Claude. Wait, which one? The journal? Yeah, the journal was made in Claude. Yeah, it's pretty neat. I mean, it has a lot of info. So it has a end of session, leak finder, end of session review. So at the end of the day, all my trades will be here and I can just grade them. If I need to group them into one trade, because sometimes I scale into a trade, I can do that. And it'll give me a playbook review over my trades, how I flagged them. Give me playbook intel, meaning which of all my trades lately, which ones have been the best setups. The best setups have been failed breakdowns with VA confluence, value area confluence. 52 trades tagged, or 12 of them are missing tagged, which I need to do because the last couple days I've been so busy working on the journal and other things. I haven't tagged my trades. But you see how they're all labeled? It tells me which setups I'm up right now are banking me the most, so I can kind of hone in on those with better outcomes. It tells me of my entry performance relative to the gamma levels, which ones have given me the best performance so far. None of them. You can see that none of them have been hitting lately the IB levels or the gamma levels. It'll tell me the IB low, my entries near certain levels. Right now, the PDH is okay. In the other levels, IBL has been my biggest loser. Yeah. Peak performance window tells me here which window performed my best. So lately, it's been off RTH, meaning during overnight. My win rate 53%. It's probably higher because I haven't updated the last 12 trades. And then the MAE scatter. It has a lot of info, man. It's really good. Calendar showing my P&L. A prop desk tells you kind of rules and compliance based on rules you put in on the prop accounts that exist. Yeah, it's pretty neat, man. It's coming in the works. Do we have? Can you find this? You have a link? I don't have a link. Well, check out the website. It's right there on the website. You know, if you want to get access to it, at some point I'll release it because I'm still working on it. This is actually a lot of work to get a journal made for one guy. So it does take a while, unfortunately, to develop. Because I also want to make sure that it's actually useful, you know, based for futures trading. So I'm using it as I'm going, and I'm kind of tinkering stuff, adding stuff, removing stuff. It has an AI component, so you can use AI if you want to ask it a few questions about your stats or whatever it is. Now the AI thing, I don't know if I'll add that to the journal for live release, because I'm using my own API, and I pay for that obviously for every query. So every query that I put in through that, I pay for it, which is fine, but it's because it's for me. But It took a while to get here. This journal is it's a lot of work. I've been working on it for like fucking months. I think like at least 2 months now. Almost every day. I can't work on it right now because I need to restart my computer. I normally would work on it during the live stream as I'm doing other stuff, but I can't work on it right now. Let's see. What do we got? What do we got? If you guys are also on the fence on trying different sites for different platforms, you can go in here and you can compare a lot of the... Compare a few different platforms you're looking for. It gives you price points, lifetime option, you can filter through them. Kind of see what they're about in terms of value, order flow, automation, community. I need to change that title to reviews. These are just reviews pulled from 3 different sources. Compatibility with prop firms. So which prop firms offer these? Most times, I don't think ATS. No, ATS does not offer it. Broker data, ease of use. Most of them are not really ease of use besides like Tradewrick and what other one? TradingView. Yeah, Quantower is like the one that props mostly offer. NinjaTrader, Quantower. I don't think they offer, many offer ATAS. Oh. What info do you need from them? I can screenshot each setup and give you notes if you'd like. When is it going to release? I wish I could tell you. I would say at least I would say at least in August, probably. It would probably be in August. What date's today? July what? July 10th? Yeah, probably August. I still need a lot of work to do, man. It's because I have to I have to request API keys and a bunch of info from Tradewrick, from Rhythmic, and TopStepX. What is the actual platform called? I have to request API keys for them, and then build it into the software. And most of the time, it's a matter of like waiting for the application process to finish from on their end before I can finish the product and go commercial. I can release one that's going to be like bare bones. You have to upload your CSV file from Rhythmic. You know, you can use that technically to upload your trades the manual way. Essentially, it's like fetching your trades. You would have to go into the CSV file on Rhythmic and then fetch. Oops. Why is it not? There you go. So it'll fetch all this data, and then you can manually export that into the journal. Like that's one route, which is like a tedious route. They have all my strategies. No, not all of them. It has the tags to classify the trade, but it has mainly a structural bias, a identification of the open, plus expectancy. It doesn't give you an entry model. It gives you, I guess in some scenarios it does, but it gives you more or less like a foundation or framework for the day. It tells you like today's a long bias day based on the 5 principles. These are the areas of interest based on today's open, and then it's up to you how you execute it. So to some degree, no, it gives you the framework for where to look for opportunity based on the 5 components. So my strategy is my strategy. Like, it's really simple. It's failed breakdowns at structural areas, but that's not embedded into the journal. Everything around it is, but the actual setup, I mean, there's no, the strategy itself, like there's no reason to include it in there. Or it's hard to include it in there, I should say, because it's sometimes dynamic on the zones. That's why the newsletter is there. If you guys look, the newsletter just printed. It's a free newsletter, RTH plan and levels to watch in AM. So if you want my actual strategy and where I'm looking for levels, as far as like where I'm looking at to trade, that's what the newsletter's for, not the journal. So the newsletter will discuss the trade setups, where I'm looking for the entry models. I have them here, watch. They're all there. Ah, look at the poor bears. I forgot I posted this. Ah, that's cute. Look at that. He's sad. That's okay. Anyway, so it'll give you more or less like the recap of the day, the structure of the day, what I'm looking for into the next day, and then also the setups right here. ES pre-market plans. This gives you the strategy, right, and how I'm looking at these zones. This was one of them. 75.65 retest. We retested it and probed below it. Would break down below 75.70, do a quick probe and take out the 75.61, but not consolidate below 55s. Would reclaim above 70s, and so, and that's the, if we look at the trade that I took today, that was the entry. The entry was right here, 72. So that was the strategy, right? I explained the setup, I explained the area of interest, why, and then the execution model. That's the strategy, and it's on Substack. They're not my assessment. They're a objective view of the market based on stats and 5 components that I have built into my journal. But I'll go ahead and do different variables and screenshot them and share them here. The only thing is you're going to have to classify manually which one applies for the day based on those components. I'm working on a journal to release so that traders can have access to it, but it's not completed yet. I'm sending this over to somebody. Let's see. Sorry, I'm sharing the journal stats with somebody on Substack. He's asking for the playbook. There you go. And then the gap down is pretty much the inverse of whatever the last one was. I mean, I have something similar that you guys can use. It's one component of the journal that I can share here. It's one feature that I have that's free. And I'm not sure how much value it has to each person, but it's one of the 5 components that I can share here. The thing is, like, everything, all the components for the most part, they're all shared for free. The only thing is, like, the journal has all of them consolidated into one. So the gamma levels, they're given every day for free on Twitter. The RTH classifier, I've given this classifier multiple times for free. And then the only ones that I don't have is the inventory overnight. I gave you guys on a stream before how I classify that. I have an algorithm that does it for me, but I gave you guys how to manually do it. And then the other one was the Sigma Open. I haven't discussed that one, but I've given everything. The thing is, you just have to come do it manually yourself. The classifier there will give you info for classifying the RTH Open. Oh no, I closed the journal. Shit. Let me open it back. There we go. There we go. And open it again. So we had a good rip, man. I mean, we held and then reclaimed back again. The hell happened to my audio? The audio on my AirPod just won't go any higher. The heck? They came back in and they tested this level and then reclaimed back above. Failed, came back in, reclaimed, back up. Today is certainly an open auction. The journal classified it correctly. So the thing about the open auction or any of those opens, I do have a bot that classifies it for me. I do it myself too, but I'm not the best at classifying them. Most times I usually will do it manually, but then reference the bot. So I have a bot that scans the open. It usually scans it by about 9:45, so 15 minutes after the open. And then it'll probe my journal and tell me, hey, today's a gap up, today's a open auction or open test drive or whatever. So these classifications come in automatically into my journal. I have a bot that does it here on Discord and also does it on my journal. They're linked together. The Python script passes it over to two different areas. And then we have an end of day scorecard, which is pretty neat. It scores my performance for the day based on how I traded. You can see here 319 loss, 996 gain, 1100 gain. It tells me the type of open and if I traded that type of open, if I traded it according to the open or not. All right, there goes back. Freaking internet connection, dude. There we go. We're back. Yeah, looks like I lost internet there for a minute. Yeah. Are we back live? Oh yeah, we are. Okay. I have no idea what's going on here. What is this data telling me? Can you help me interpret it? Oh boy. This is a lot of the reasons why I ask if you guys use AI. Some stuff like this, like the tools you see on this stream, they're all in collaboration with AI based on my background and what I know in trading, and then it's just like a synergy of all that. It's a synergy of my experience in trading and what I understand about trading, plus the data analytical side of AI. And I came together with that and created this journal and a few other things that you guys see on the stream, but mainly that. This looks like a breakout, dude. Might just go for a long and strong here. Ooh. All right. This is definitely setting up for a breakout. I think. Well, I'm not gonna take it though. I'm gonna call it a day, guys. Here, I'm just gonna chill. I took a good 2 trades or 3. Well, 2. The one of them didn't really count. I closed it early. If this breaks out, it looks like it might be ready for that breakout. I'm gonna call it a day and be back next week, you guys. Thanks for all the one that tuned in. I will see you guys. Hope you guys have a good weekend.